Hey yo, GOAT format players, it's Skill Brown Magician here, and I'm back with day number 3 of the Halloween special. This is the third day in a row, dropping another profile for you, and it is perfect for Halloween. It is my Gravekeepers deck. This is GK Aggro, and last time I did the Halloween special, it was like a Malice Doll Ectoplasmer Gravekeeper deck. But this time I actually wanted to do a pure take on Gravekeepers. I don't know if I've ever done that for the channel, but this would be my, most current take on Gravekeepers right now in 2024 Go format. And yeah, honestly, we're just playing like the best Gravekeepers um, in Gravekeeper Spy and then Gravekeeper's Assailant. I am running some additional spice. I'm running the double Gravekeeper's Chief and then the one Gravekeeper's Guard. And honestly, I think Chief is just really fun. He's a 5-star, so you do have to tribute, but his effect means your graveyard's unaffected by Necrovalley, and then when he's tribute summoned, you get to target any Gravekeeper monster in your graveyard and special summon that target. So since this is a um, pure version of Gravekeepers, you actually get to special summon more than just Gravekeeper Spy. You know, most of the decks are limited to only recruiting another copy of Gravekeeper Spy, but in this deck, you truly get to use Gravekeeper Spy effect because you are keeping it with the theme of Gravekeepers, and you can also summon out your Gravekeeper's Assailant off of Spy's effect and your Gravekeeper's Guard. And honestly, Assailant super strong with Necrovalley on the field. Being able to flip your opponent's battle position and then attack it is just really nasty because most things don't have 2000 defense. So you're able to clear over mostly everything if you can switch it into defense. Like a good example is if your opponent has a Jinzo on the field, you can easily clear Jinzo with Assailant. You can just out like so many other monsters like monarchs, all of you know every warrior basically um, falls to a 2000 attacker when it's in defense. So yeah, this card's really good, and being able to recruit it off Gravekeeper Spy, so fun. So the reason I play Gravekeeper's Guard, this happened to me once, and I never forgot it. The Gravekeeper's Guard loop with Tsukiyomi is just so nasty. Um, if you get Gravekeeper's Guard going and you can just keep looping your opponent's monster back to their hand and then attacking for 1,000, or if you have Necrovalley, he'll be 1,500. It's pretty nasty, and then plus Tsukiyomi's attack as well. So being able to potentially swing in for 2,600 every turn, just looping Gravekeeper's Guard and Tsukiyomi to keep bouncing back your opponent's monster, and then if you have Decree up, yeah, it's pretty disgusting. So that's why I really like Guard, and being able to summon it off a Spy while you have like a Tsukiyomi in hand, it it can be kind of cool. Okay, Giant Orc. We're running it because it's a dark and it's more than 2000 attack. So it combos off with our Deck Devastation Virus. So we have this is like our Deck Devastation Virus package right here. Double Chief and the triple Assailant. You do have to have Necrovalley on the field though for them to work with Deck Devastation. So yeah, just something to consider. But Giant Orc is good in this deck because also combos with Tsukiyomi and our 2 copies of Book of Moon. Being able to flip it face down and then reset it to be able to attack again for 2,200, kind of like another hidden synergy in the deck. Our 1 breaker, 1 Kaiku, having 3 Necrovalley and then a Kaiku just really ensures, no chaos. And having Necrovalley and Kaiku, that's really hard for a Chaos player to get rid of both of them in one turn. So having both up can even be really strong sometimes. We run the Sangan, we have DD Warrior Lady, Exiled Force, Tribe as our monster removal. The 1 Snatch, and we also run the Brain Con. This pairs well with Gravekeeper's Chief And honestly, just being able to play this in an aggro deck is really strong. Kind of similar to, you know, the Necrophilia return deck that I posted yesterday. Honestly, just getting extra summons during your turn um, is really strong when you're playing a lot of beat sticks. So having, a Gravekeeper's Assailant that stuck around from last turn, and then, you normal summon your giant orc, and then you steal their monster, their face of monster they have, and now you suddenly just have like, maybe 6,000 damage on board, or close to 6,000 damage. So Brain Con's really good. Minecon really good in a deck that plays Gravekeepers. Um, people abuse this with Gravekeeper Spy. That's the idea. You run Spy in your deck, and then you Minecon their Spy, and now suddenly you can at least flip effect their Spy, summon yours from deck. But in our case, because we are playing the pure Gravekeepers Halloween themed strategy, we actually get you can summon Gravekeeper's Assailant off of a Minecon Spy. So that's something that's really fun. And yeah, I already mentioned we have the Deck Devastation Virus, uh, Ring, Mirror, 2 copies of Decree, getting Decree, and then just Tsukiyomi and these effects. So it's so busted. Being able to stop all their traps. We obviously have the regular spell and trap removal, MST heavy, and the My Body as a Shield, as the spice, as the tech. Um, this card I think is just really good in certain decks. If you had the life points to pay, this card is really strong in an aggro deck, and this one you can shell up with Gravekeeper Spy as your defensive card as well. Also, you have guard, um, so you have cards to kind of play defense with, and then My Body as a Shield. Not only does it help you defend your Gravekeeper Spy from a knock, because a knock destroys your monster before it banishes it. So you can actually chain My Body as a Shield to block uh, your flip monster from getting knocked. So that's a really nice um, protection for our Gravekeeper Spy, obviously. Also, when you're swinging in with a lot of monsters, or let's say you're going for your game shot and they have a back row, and you're swinging in with all your monsters and they pop the Mirror Force, you can just chain My Body as a Shield from hand, and you just say no to the Mirror Force, and then you can hopefully get your game winning shot. Let's say they torrential you can just say no with My Body as a Shield. Um, I like to kind of think of it, it's like a royal decree from your hand that you can activate. Because a lot of times you can use it to just negate their trap effects. So My Body is a Shield, really good in an aggro deck where you're trying to push for damage and you're really forcing them to use their back row removal. And then also really good to protect your face downs when they're trying to use knock. And in this deck, yeah, it serves both those purposes. So I really like My Body as a Shield. We obviously have the synergy, double Book of Moon, really strong with Gravekeeper Spy. Uh, yeah, honestly, if they if they clank into a couple of your defense Gravekeeper Spy while Necrovalley is up, that could be some issues because 2,500 defense, that's almost like Big Shield Gardna. And you swing into a Big Shield Gardna with like a recruiter, and it feels bad taking 1,200 life points for nothing. And then you swing into a Gravekeeper Spy when Necrovalley's on the field, and you're tagging into a 2,500 defense monster. That's pretty nice. So double Book of Moon combos well with Spy. We have double Book of Moon goes well with the knock. Tsukiyomi with knock. Um, yeah, so let's get into the replay. Yeah, I really like Gravekeeper Spy. I'm surprised that I haven't put it on the channel yet. Whoa. I don't think I usually play with the volume, but let's try it this time. So I do win the RPS, and opening hand, not looking too bad. Kind of drawing lots of dual purpose cards here. And I'm a little timid to set the Gravekeeper spy right away. I don't want to get all my copies knocked. So I set the Sook and the MST. Hits me with the duo. I can pitch a copy of the Necrovalley, and then I ditch the Book of Moon. I do have Sook already. So he goes duo and Pot of Greed. So, oh wow, into Thunder Dragon. Must be nice. So if you've been liking the Halloween special so far, please leave a like for the video. I think the Necrophilia Return got a couple less likes than King Skull, so I feel like King Skull is a fan favorite so far, but if you're a Gravekeeper fan, now is the time. You gotta hit that like button. And I snipe the back row. It's Jar of Greed. Also, if you haven't subbed yet, you gotta sub. I'm gonna be dropping a profile every day this week, so I have another 4 lined up for this entire week of Halloween. What other GOAT format content maker creates this kind of fun stuff for Halloween? I don't think anyone does. I'm the only one crazy enough to put out a profile every day. Okay, so I am able to set the pyramids, or not the pyramid, too many Gravekeepers, or not Gravekeepers. Jeez, I'm all over this. Too many decks I've been playing lately. I am able to set my spy. He swings in with the Dekoichi, and my Tsukiyomi lives. Interesting. Mind control. So I go Necrovalley. Let's see if he does anything. And he does. He chains the back row. And fortunately, I have Decree set. Honestly, I think chaining Decree is just so nasty, especially when they're using discard traps. Like, it feels so bad. Even when it's something like Thunder Dragon, you just pitch something, um, and then your effect gets negated. And even if it's like a Thunder Dragon, which is meant to be pitched, it just feels bad when the effect doesn't go through, and then you're using one of your cards. And Necrovalley is especially bad because you can't even use the Thunder Dragon in graveyard. He doesn't chain the other back row, and then now I get to flip my spy, and I'm going to summon out an Assailant, and then just gonna swing over the Dekoichi because now my Gravekeeper spy is at 1700, my Assailant is at 2k. So nice little push there. Main phase 2, flip the Tsukiyomi to set the spy, send Tsukiyomi back. We could push for more damage next turn. Now my spy is at 2500 defense as well, so just insane here. And here I already know it's game because he doesn't set any more back row. He just sets one monster. I have the mind control. I flip summon my spy, and I get to summon another Gravekeeper from deck while Necrovalley is on the field. It's busted. So I think I do just that. I flip summon spy, bring out my second copy of Assailant. I have 5,700 attack on board. And normally, you can't just blatantly summon all these monsters, but I can because I'm running Decree. And, I know that the back row, even if it's scapegoat tokens, Assailant can deal with that. So here, I take his Sangan. I don't even care. I don't want the flip effect. Mind control is also extremely strong in aggro decks where you're just trying to clear their field of monsters. So they think that they're safe, and now I'm just, boom, here's 5,700 life points. What was the back row? Yeah, Phoenix Wing Wind Blast. Okay, so that was a quick game 1. Kind of getting to see the power of, the true recruiting power of of Gravekeeper, a pure Gravekeeper deck. So fun. And here we go. We get the Chief in the opening hand. We'll see what does he get. So yeah, last game they opened pretty strong, like pot, duo into Thunder Dragon, and we had that early Necrovalley. I don't know if they had any chaos in hand, but yeah, they were able to just make some plays. Alright. So bummer, lose my normal summon here. And Gravekeeper's Chief. It could work right now. I have Snatch and Chief. But I'm gonna rip the Charity here. And then I'm gonna pitch Deck Devastation and Gravekeeper's Chief. That way he doesn't know any of my normal summons now, because he used Dust Shoot. Gonna set the Spy and my body as a shield. This is my first copy of Spy. I really don't want to get it knocked. This is still early game. He has his whole hand at his disposal, so the chances of him having knock are higher, because he has like so many cards in hand right now. Hits a Pot of Greed, digging even deeper into the deck. And yeah, he gets it off pot. He knocks, and I have my body as a shield to protect it. So just was what I was talking about. My body really good in this kind of deck. Serves dual purposes. Protects your swings and protects your set. So he goes with Jar of Greed to really dig further. I feel like he was trying to get that knock. Second copy maybe. And he swings in, has them both in attack. That was not a smart move, because when he swings into my Gravekeeper Spy, I am playing the pure version, so I can summon out Assailant. So I can for sure swing over one of his spies this turn. Just got to get through that back row. And we're going to try. So one goes through. We set the ring, and then set the guard. And then he goes for it. So he drops a tribe. He's going to have to pitch. And then he's also going to lose his Gravekeeper, because it's also Spellcaster. And then this is where I get to bounce his tribe. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry, I was getting a call. So here I get to bounce the tribe back to hand, which honestly in most cases, when you get attacked with a tribe infecting virus and he hits your monster, main phase 2, he's usually going to pitch something to destroy your monster. But in this case, I can use guard to bounce him back to hand, which is pretty nice here. So bounce him back to hand, slow down his play, and I have knock. I'm going to swing in, poke for 1,000, and I'll just at least get the 1,000 in. He goes for the snatch. This is interesting. And I decide I'll take the 1,000. And then he goes Tsukiyomi. So didn't see that coming. So he had the Suk. Kind of goes through quickly, but I'm going to chain the ring to his Suk summon. And I'm going to get rid of... Yeah, I'm not going to let him keep guard. That's going to be an issue, especially because I'm not running like Thunder Dragons, something free to discard with Tribe. And I don't want to have to deal with that 1900 defense. So I ring that, and then his Tsukiyomi just goes back to hand. So here I get the Necrovalley. I'm going to activate it. Hits me with the Phoenix Wing Wind Blast. Makes me think he has Chaos in hand maybe. I'm going to poke for 16 here. And that wasn't the greatest play. He had the suit, so it was a little early to attack with the tribe. I could have held out. Yeah, so I should have saved that resource, I feel like. I'm going to activate the Necrovalley. I don't know why the field doesn't change, but hits me with the breaker right away anyways. And then he attacks him for 16. So I feel like this drags out for a little bit. So I'm going to kind of speed through here. And set the Sangan. Brings out the BLS. Yeah, so this is looking pretty rough. And honestly, going down to 1,300 life points, and I have no business winning this. But check this out. He sets 1, has Breaker, BLS, and then I just have, well, Knock is a really good set right now. And then Snatch. So here, I technically already had game just with Snatch and Knock, but I pulled a Brain Con and just, yeah, I have absolutely no business winning here, but just had the right cards at the right time. And I'm able to, yeah, just go crazy here. Knock. Yeah, like literally the perfect cards for that situation. Crazy. Able to take the game there with Gravekeepers. So quick little replay here. Yeah, if you guys want to see more Gravekeepers replays, let me know. Maybe I could post one for just Gravekeepers replays. I should have been asking this for the other videos, but if you want to see any type of replays of a specific Halloween themed deck, let me know in the comments. And yeah, this was day number 3 of 7 of the Halloween themed profiles. Hope you guys enjoyed. This one was a lot of fun to put together. I think Gravekeepers, another underrated like aggro deck that is fun. I feel like ever since Earth Aggro, it's really just opened up a lot of potential for certain decks and just kind of giving a general template to use with aggro decks. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you tomorrow for day number 4. All right, catch you in the next one. Peace, guys.